Hey guys, Lucas May with Full Count. This is the fourth and final episode to our series, The Pillars of Hitting. Tonight we are talking about bat path through the ball, finishing the swing with one of our trademark phrases that we call the choke finish. One of the things that we've studied and that we've come up with is what we call a choke finish, okay? With the top hand, we want to stay as far away from the flip through the ball as possible. And we want to continue the bat working through the ball on plane as long as possible. And what we've noticed is when we do it right, it gets to this choke position, and we call it choke because it's as if our arm and shoulder here are choking ourselves. There are some big leaguers that do this in their regular swing. Nelson Cruz is one that comes to mind. Ryan Braun is one that comes to mind. Nolan Arenado, when he keeps both hands on the bat, is one that comes to mind. There are several guys that get to this choke finish before kind of bending and finishing their swing. Okay? Another piece of this puzzle is the interaction between bat path and lead elbow. We see a lot of hitters that get buried here and then they have to fight out of their swing and it causes a bat path issue. The front elbow, when we get into our stance, if our front elbow is away from our body a little bit, that will set the plane for our swing that works up through the ball a little bit, okay? Really, it's allowing us to match the plane of the pitched baseball, okay? So when we get to choke, another element that we want to have is for this front elbow to be up and bent because that allows us to stay on plane. What we don't want to happen is for the elbow to slam into the ribs, and that's one thing that causes the flip. That's very common, okay? If I take two swings here, the first swing will be one where I flip through the baseball. You'll notice poor contact. You'll notice a ground ball. You'll notice my elbow slamming into my rib cage. That's a very common swing we see kids come in here. This swing is going to be an overemphasized choke finish swing. This is similar to how we would have a student do a drill and finish his swing. It'll feel a little bit cut off, but you'll notice the choke finish. That's going to be better contact. That's going to be a swing where my barrel stays through the ball on plane for as long as possible. When we talk about finishing the swing, okay, we talked about the elements in the upper body with choke finish that we like to see. We also cannot neglect what a proper finish looks like from the lower half, okay? There's really two different styles how players finish in the big leagues, guys that we can study, okay? We have a traditional type of finish and action with the back leg that comes through this way and finishes on the toe. There are also a few guys that do what's called a scissor, and their back foot will actually kick a little bit, okay? A traditional finish guy, Christian Yelich would be one. Some scissor guys that you can look up, Jose Altuve, George Springer, Mike Trout. George Springer and Will Myers for the Padres is an interesting one. He's kind of a hybrid. He is an exception to the rule. He finishes his swing, and he's about right here. His hips get all the way through, but his back foot is in this position. It's very unique and very interesting to see a good hitter with that type of action. If I take two swings and you focus on my back foot, the first swing will be with a traditional finish. I'm going to do the choke finish, just so you guys can see more of that. This would be more traditional. Okay? And then a choke finish with more of that scissor move would look like this. Both moves are exceptional. Both moves are accepted. Thanks for watching our series on the Pillars of Hitting. We enjoyed making the episodes. We hope you've enjoyed watching them. We hope you've learned a little something that you can tell your son or the players on your team that you coach. Be on the lookout for all of the videos that we're going to put out covering numerous topics. As always, like our videos, please subscribe. All of that fun stuff helps us creating content, doing what we love to do.